Community, you're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together. Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Smallwood and Small Insurance, Thomas Miller Agent, Administrative Drive, Martinsburg. Cider Press Restaurant, Exit 5, Inwood. Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring in Inwood. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, Tavern Road, Martinsburg. The Mortgage Center in the Aiken Center, Martinsburg. Dynamark Atlantic Security, your local alarm professional. Molly's VIP Northside, Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. Art McBee Insurance, Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. D&N Auto Specialists off Tavern Road, Martinsburg. And Heffley Motors, HeffleyMotorCompany.com.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome into Klein Court. We are at Musselman High School in Inwood, West Virginia, where tonight it is a Berkeley County rivalry showdown. It used to be a sectional rivalry, but not this year with the new Class 4A. Nonetheless, when these teams get together, it's always a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to bringing it to you tonight. It's the Musselman Applemen hosting the Martinsburg Bulldogs. For Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10 Sports, I'm Matt Miller along with Matt Crawford. We've got Donald Kinney running the camera this evening. Colin McLaughlin is our engineer back at the studio. All right, let's look into this matchup, Matt. Martinsburg comes in officially 2-1, but really 3-1 overall, and winners of 3 in a row.
Well, first of all, that's going to get really annoying to say the further we get into this season. But yeah, they've kind of started to pick up a little momentum, although it's been hard just them getting on the floor. It's been a week since they played. Their last game was a win against Hedgesville, but I thought that last time out in the game at the Gilbert B. Miller Center was their most complete victory they had in the most complete game they had played all year. So while they haven't been on the floor since then in a game situation, hopefully some more practice time, they're able to carry that momentum into this game.
Well, let's look back at that game for just a little bit. It was a 61-47 victory at Hedgesville, just a 28-23 lead at the half, but Martinsburg played a better second half, if you will, able to pull away 24 points off the bench in that one for the Bulldogs, who also knocked down 5 3-pointers and shot 64% from the line.
Well, Matt, they had to get bench points because of all the foul trouble early in the game. Dorn Smith went out with 2 fouls about midway through that first quarter, and he wasn't the only one of those starters. Trey Sager got in foul trouble early, and there was a bunch of starters that had to be played sparingly throughout that first half because of foul trouble, so it gave the bench an opportunity, which they had got some playing time in the games prior to that Hedgesville game, but gave them more experience, more time on the floor, and they came through.
Yeah, this bench has scored 8 in the opener, then 15, 23, and 24, so beginning to develop that depth are the Bulldogs. All right, let me annoy you again as we talk to Musselman Applemen, who are 3-2 officially, but they're 4-2 overall, and they've won 4 out of 5 and have really looked good. Even in that loss, a good score in that matchup against Jefferson, but since they came out of that game against Morgantown in the opener, been impressed with the direction this Musselman team is going.
Yeah, you and I have said off mic on Miller Time that we think right now this is probably the most complete team at this point of the season in this region. We've seen everybody but Jefferson now, and Jefferson, a team that clearly everybody's keeping their eye on. We'll have a chance to see them on Tuesday for the first time, but I do think this Appleman team is really coming together offensively. They're not going to knock it down a whole lot from beyond the arc, and we'll get into those numbers here in a minute, but this is a team that passes the ball extremely well for a couple of players that really didn't get a whole lot of time last year that are on the floor getting quality minutes this year as starters. So I've been impressed with what they've been able to do there, and just as impressed on the defensive end of the floor. But you also got to remember, this is a team that's still trying to fill a void, if you will. They are without Brendan Dolman for the rest of the season. Broke his wrist in their game against Jefferson, so still trying to solidify what that rotation is.
Well, and we understand Logan Herring will be out tonight as well as part of the COVID protocols going on, and that means this is a team that right now would have 11 guys on the roster, but only 9 will be available in this one. And when we talked with head coach Derek Basile earlier, do you bring anybody up? He said, no, that's part of the scare with COVID, is if somebody on your JV team then has to be quarantined because you brought them up, it can affect your varsity team as well.
It's the fun of the COVID sports seasons we've had.
Yes, it is. Well, let's quickly look at Musselman and their matchup the last time out. We were here. That was Monday, that win over Hampshire, 65-41. As you said, hit just 2 3-pointers in that one, but this team very solid from the line as they hit 21 of 30 free throws. They forced 26 turnovers out of Hampshire and were plus 13 in rebounding. They really did it on both ends of the floor, and they need that type of effort tonight.
Especially on the defensive end of the floor. Matt, Hampshire just one basket in that third quarter. They outscored Hampshire in that game 17-2 in the third quarter, and that really set the pace for that entire second half. So again, we'll see if they can build on what's been some game situations for them and keep building in what should be a very fun matchup here at Klein Court tonight.
Speaking of a fun matchup, we've got a timeout on the floor right now late in the JV game, and it is a 54-51 lead for Musselman. Martinsburg was up 3 at the half, 28-25. Musselman really kind of took charge, if you will, in quarter number 3. Martinsburg has rallied here in this fourth quarter, but will it be too little, too late, as Martinsburg will have a player going to the free throw line down by 3 points, and as we look at the clock, it is 0.3 seconds left. So I guess you got to try to make one, then intentionally miss, but you got to quickly kick it out and try to get a 3 to get 4 points. And no, the first one comes off of the backboard, never even touched the rim. And so let's see if he will still get his second free throw. No, it's going to belong to Musselman. They will inbound, and it looks like this one will be in the books in the next 0.3 seconds. Here we go. The inbound's coming, and there it is, time off the clock, and we write it down. It's official. 54-51. Musselman gets the win. That will snap a 3-game winning streak for the Martinsburg JV boys as they will fall to 3-2. All right, there we go. A little bit of the JV finish and a little bit of a setup of our matchup tonight between Martinsburg and Musselman. When we come back, we'll see what else is going on around the Eastern Panhandle. I think we're actually going to have some basketball.
It's been scarce this week, to say the least.
We'll talk about that and more when we come back. It's West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood, or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry. Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices. We are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
We welcome you back into Klein Court at Musselman High School, where tonight we've got the Bulldogs and the Musselman Applemen. Looking forward to this one with the tip-off just about, probably 20 minutes from now. Matt, as we take a look at what else is going on around the Panhandle, let's start with what hasn't gone on, and that's a lot of basketball this week. We were here on Monday night when Musselman beat Hampshire 65-41. The only other games that night were canceled. Broadfording at Washington, Hedgesville at Hampshire. That was because Jefferson County started the week in red, and Hedgesville High School was postponing their boys and girls games through this week over health and safety protocols at the school. That meant 6 scheduled games, 3 on the boys' side, 3 on the girls' side on Tuesday, also got postponed. On Wednesday, Hampshire is dealing with some issues around their girls basketball program and the health and safety protocols. So Spring Mills at Hampshire didn't take place on the girls' side. On the boys' side, it did, and Spring Mills got their second consecutive victory, 64-55. And also on Wednesday, we got the news that we've been waiting for since October of last year, if not before. The governor finally said we will scrap the map.
And I think that was the happiest I'd seen you in about a year. It needed to happen. I think you looked around the state, and one of the reasons the governor gave was because of how many teachers were vaccinated, but you looked around the state, and Jefferson County, the only red county across the entire mountain state, and really nobody else close. You saw schools from around the state, and right here in this area, handling individual COVID issues school by school, and I think that probably showed the governor. I'm sure that's happening around the state as well, but I'm sure that showed the governor, hey, they're capable of handling this without that color code map. So yeah, some good news we got in the middle of the week, and it allowed Jefferson County to get back a little bit sooner than they intended.
Well, just tonight, let's explain. On Thursday, the Washington at Broadfording Christian game on the boys' side still did not happen. Neither did Spring Mills at Hedgesville or Jefferson and Washington on the girls' side, but there was a girls' game last night. We had it right here, and it was Musselman who got the win, 53-46 over Martinsburg. Hey, the Lady Applemen off to a 4-1 start, and for Martinsburg, been a long time since you could say that they suffered losses early on in a season to both Musselman and Jefferson.
Yeah, it's a weird year. It's a weird year, and it's high school sports. Things fluctuate. While it hasn't happened in a while, you get a new crop every year. So it's just something, it's going up and down, it's fluctuating, it's high school sports.
Brings us to tonight. We've got our matchup, Martinsburg here at Musselman. Spring Mills is hosting Broadfording tonight. That is a game to replace a matchup against Hedgesville. I'm sure they'll try to make up that Hedgesville game at some point this season. And Washington and Jefferson return to the floor. They will play one another tonight. That is Washington at Jefferson. Will be efforting scores if we can get them from those other games. Spring Mills is traveling to University in boys play tomorrow, and then in girls play tomorrow, Hedgesville will play at Washington. Thank you, Coach Dugard, for giving us that information. Meanwhile, Hampshire here at Musselman, I don't believe is happening because of what's going on around the Hampshire program, but we'll have Jefferson at Martinsburg, which becomes an even bigger game, I think, right now for the Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, I think they need to get back to their winning ways, and I think they need to get back in the win column against Jefferson. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit of a rebound game for them. It's going to be a game they want back from when they dropped earlier in the season. But right now, Jefferson County showing that they're going to be a force to reckon with in this region, whether it's boys or girls basketball. The Jefferson Lady Cougars playing very well, so are the boys. The Washington boys team playing very well this year with a lot of returning guys back. So I'm looking forward to that boys game tonight between those two Jefferson County foes.
All right, one more time tomorrow. Girls action. Jefferson is at Martinsburg. That tip is at 2:30. Colin and Matt Crawford will have the play-by-play in that one. I'll be back at the studio, and that one will have a 2 o'clock pregame, and that'll be on WRNR TV on YouTube and TV 10 only. All right, that's our check of the area schedule. We got to move on. A 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll hear from both head coaches as we continue to preview our matchup. It's Martinsburg at Musselman in high school boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at Cider Press Deli and Grill.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Welcome back into Klein Courts. It's time for us to hear from both head coaches. Let's start with the visiting Martinsburg Bulldogs. Again, winners of 3 in a row on the floor as they are, we're going to call them 3-1 on the season, but haven't had a chance to play since last Friday. So we got our conversation with head coach Dave Rogers started by asking him about the inconsistent start to this season and the impact it has had.
I think it's a big thing that you have the continuity, the number of games you've played. It's tough to get into a rhythm when you're only playing and take 2 weeks off or 10 days off or even 7 days off, try to come back and do it again. But, you know, everybody's going through the same problems, so we just have to, you know, we can't use that as an excuse. We just got to be ready to play. But, you know, on the other hand, the practice time, I think, has really helped us. I'm anxious to see it tonight.
The last 2 games, you've had better than 20 points off the bench. Give us an idea of how the depth is beginning to develop.
Well, it is. I tell you what, we've got some good young players that I think are working extremely hard, and it's paying dividends for them. And if we can just keep that consistency and keep that hard work and practice every day, they're going to get better.
You've done some substitution, almost hockey style, 5 out, 5 in. Is that something we'll continue to see?
Well, we've got a group that are very athletic and they're quick. Don't have a lot of size, but when you want to put some pressure on people, go full court and really get after it and create some havoc, then that's a good group to do that with.
What is it you see in the Musselman-Appleman and this matchup here tonight? A key EPAC showdown, but no longer a sectional opponent.
Well, I tell you, always tough to win up here. This is a tough place to play. You know, they've got good size inside. They've got some good shooters. They move well without the basketball. So, you know, we've just got to, you know, we've got to take care of business, and we have to get better, and regardless of what they do.
Dave, thanks. Good luck.
Thanks, pal.
Well, there you go. That is Martinsburg head coach Dave Rogers. His thoughts heading into this matchup. Let's turn our attention now to the homestanding Musselman Appleman. They come in at 4-2, winners of 4 of their last 5. Head coach Derek Basile having some time on the practice floor with his team this week as they haven't played since Monday. We asked him how he was able to take advantage of that time.
Well, it's good to have the time, able to work on some things that Martinsburg does because they do a lot of really good things, a lot of things you need to work on. So it gave us a little chance to hit the reset button and work on some stuff like that. But we were missing some kids, so, so at the same time, you're trying to do the best you can with what you got out there.
This game always a big game, an Eastern Panhandle, a Berkeley County rivalry, usually a sectional rivalry. Will it have a little different feel this year because of the new sections?
I don't think so. It's a good game. We look forward to the game every year. It's always a hard-fought game. It's competitive. I don't see any difference. I mean, it's still a crosstown rivalry, and so I don't see any difference just because we moved out of the section. Our kids always look forward to the game. They always know that it's going to be a tough game for us.
Monday night was your first game without Dolman as he went down with that wrist injury against Jefferson. How did you see your other guys really rise to the occasion and fill his shoes?
Well, I told the guys, we don't need anybody to take over, but we need everybody to step up. I was happy with what I saw. I was happy with what I saw from our bench guys. We've been trying to develop our bench a little bit, so that helped. So I liked what I saw Monday night. We just got to continue that over the rest of the year.
Talk to us about the keys in this matchup.
Well, as always, we have to control the tempo. We can't turn the ball over in live ball situations. We have to make Martinsburg play in a half-court set because they're not quite as effective there. They're very effective in the open court, so we want to try to keep them out of transition the best we can.
Coach, thank you. Good luck.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, there you go. Derek Basile, head coach of the Musselman Appleman. His thoughts heading into this matchup as we are at Klein Court for Musselman hosting Martinsburg. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. On the other side of the break, Matt Crawford rejoins us as we take a deeper look at this game. Matt, I think there's some interesting kind of individual battles that we could see in this one. We'll try to talk about it if I can get it out of my mouth when we come back with high school boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNRN TV 10.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender. All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com.
Crawford here at Klein Court, home of the Musselman Appleman. Joining us here and running our TV10 camera is Donald Kenny. Colin McLaughlin, our engineer, back at the studio, putting the finishing touches on our pregame show. And Matt, I think there's some interesting matchups here in this one when you look at TJ Stuckey down inside for Musselman. Will he be going against Trey Sager or more against Dorn Smith, or will it be maybe Jordan Holmes going against the quick-leaping Dorn Smith? You've got a very small, quick guard in Trenton Wolf at 5'7", for Musselman, and likely will be going up against Anthony Smith, the Martinsburg 6'1" senior guard. So I think some intriguing matchups individually in this one.
Yeah, I think if I'm playing man-to-man, I'm putting Jordan Holmes against Dorn Smith. I think quickness-wise, Stuckey's a bigger body down low, maybe able to size up Dorn Smith a little bit body style-wise, but I think you have to put Jordan Holmes, just pure athlete on athlete, against a guy like Dorn Smith, and I would imagine it'll be Trey Sager and TJ Stuckey down low. And Stuckey this year coming in having a whale of a senior season, averaging just under 13 points a game. He's shooting the ball really well and has really been a presence down low on defense as well, blocking some shots, getting rebounds, and you flip that and go over to Martinsburg, and I think the name you have to look at tonight is Dorn Smith. He comes in averaging 13 points a game and really is a do-it-all player. He's blocking shots on the defensive end of the floor. He gets out in transition and offense very quickly, and goodness can he leap out of the gym on offense. So I think those are the two guys you're watching in this one, but who else is going to step up? Trenton Wolf coming off of what was a career day for him last time out against Hampshire. Will he ride that momentum a little bit? I'm not sure how much impact he can have driving like he did, but you know he can dish the basketball just about as well as anybody in this region. So I'm with you. I think individual-wise, there are going to be some fun matchups to watch here tonight.
Oh, you mentioned Dorn Smith. He leads Martinsburg, averaging 13 points a game. Key for him, can't get into foul trouble, and that's what happened early on against Hedgesville. Ultimately finished with 13 in that contest, but most of that coming in the second half. Anthony Smith averaging 11 a contest, and after that, nobody else in double figures as Martinsburg kind of spreads out that scoring. The third leading scorer actually comes off the bench, and that's Kazon Villa, the 6'1" freshman guard. He missed that last game. Prayers go out to his family, we understand, missed for a funeral and a death in the family, and so glad to see him back on the floor tonight.
Yeah, and while we're sending thoughts out, obviously one of the biggest names in athletics around the entire Eastern Panhandle was lost this week in Gilbert Miller. So our thoughts and prayers go out to his family and really anybody that he was around in what was a long career, both as an educator and involved in athletics in the Hedgesville area and at Hedgesville High School.
Well, and thank you, Artie Hartman. Perfect timing, as he just sent me a text message saying, hey, want to say something to Lynn Sherman's family, how much he loved this matchup. And so we send out heartfelt thoughts to the Sherman family as well. That's the thing about these type of matchups, man. They're a lot of fun as it brings the communities together. And, you root for your team, but, hey, in the end, win or lose, we're all that one big community here in the Eastern Panhandle.
It's a small, big county.
Absolutely. So there you go. Going to be fun. How about the way these two teams play at Musselman? Averaging about 56 a game while giving up 55. Martinsburg averaging about 57 a game, but only giving up about 47. I'll be anxious to see how it plays out here tonight. Can Martinsburg get that tempo where they want it, or will Musselman control that tempo? We will wait and see. All right, the two teams getting ready to head back to their respective benches. Let's check out today's starting lineups. Well, at least what we know of them. Martinsburg head coach Dave Rogers wasn't ready to fully give out his starting lineup, so we'll wait until they're introduced. Let's start with the Musselman-Appleman lineup. Again, they're 4-2, winners of 4 out of 5, led by 19th-year head coach Derek Basil, a record of 230 wins, 196 losses, assisted by Shannon DeMasi, Carlton Branson, Tim Potter, Mike Davis, and Artie Hartman on that bench as well. For the Appleman, Trenton Wolf is a 5'7" junior guard. Caleb Hardy, a 5'10" senior guard. Isaiah Horner, a 6'1" junior guard. Jordan Holmes, a 6'2" junior swingman, really guard or forward. And then you've got the big guy inside. He's 6'3", but adds some bulk and presence in that paint as well, and that's TJ Stuckey, and he is a senior. So once again, that is Wolf, Hardy, Horner, Holmes, and Stuckey, the starting 5 for Musselman. For Martinsburg, they are 3-1, winners of 3 in a row. They're led by head coach Dave Rogers in his 42nd year, 788 wins, 224 losses, assisted by Bruce Fowler, Brantley Osborne, Richard Moore, Adam Lewis, Chris Berg, and Daryl Smith. And for Martinsburg, it's Kamarion Dow who is going to get the start at guard. The 6-foot junior will be joined in that lineup by Trey Sager. He is a 6'4 senior forward. We'll see Dorn Smith out there as well, the 6'3 senior forward. Garrett Stobbs will be out on the floor as well. He's the 6'2 senior forward/guard. And then Luke Fowler, a 6'5 junior forward. So again, that's Dow, Sager, Dorn Smith, Stobbs, and Fowler as the starting 5 for Martinsburg. If you're watching on TV 10 or WRNR TV on YouTube, get ready. The lights are about to go out, and there they go. And now the spotlight comes on right beside of us, actually, and the starting lineup will be introduced to the family for both teams that are allowed to be in the gym here for this one.
I also think some student tickets. I saw some students coming in. I know last game there was about 50 student tickets that were released due to what you can do capacity-wise, and I think the same here today.
Always good when you can have a little student section in these kind of matchups. I can remember sitting in that student section back in my days at Martinsburg High School. I'm sure Donald can remember it a little bit here at Musselman as he graduated as an Appleman, and always fun when those kids really get into this game. All right, as they finish the lineups here, we take our final 2-minute timeout. On the other side of the break, we'll be back with the opening tip, or, well, in this case, the opening pass in, and then we'll have the play-by-play action. It's West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at Cider Press Deli and Grill.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
The JROTC presenting the colors, making their way off the floor, out the doorway just below our broadcast position. We are in a little perch over top of one of the doorways at what would be the left end of the gym as we look at it. We're looking almost directly down this left baseline. The majority of the floor is out to our right. Martinsburg on the right-hand side across the floor, their bench, and they will come out onto the floor with the full orange uniforms, black lettering, white trim, Bulldogs across the front of those jerseys. In the white uniforms, with their bench almost directly across from us, it's the Musselman Appleman. They've got that Kelly green lettering in red trim, Musselman over top of the numeral on the front, and Appleman underneath. Martinsburg getting the basketball to get this one underway. The new rule this year. I don't know if this will stick or not.
I certainly hope not.
Inbounds goes to Kamarion Dow, and Martinsburg will shoot at the basket here right below us. We'll call it to our left. Fowler on that far side of the floor, guarded by Holmes, trying to get it at the high post, had the ball tipped, and it's a steal. Coming up with that one was Trenton Wolf. I think Horner may have gotten a fingertip on that pass intended for Dorn Smith. In the front court, Holmes with it. Thought about a pass to this right side of the floor, but then put it on the floor. Dribbles between the circles, giving now to Horner. Back out to Hardy. Fowler guards him in this Bulldog man-to-man. To Holmes on the left wing, right in front of that Bulldog bench. He'll fire that three. It's off the rim and high into the air. Who's got the rebound? Dorn Smith. That's what he brings. Quickly into the front court. That's Fowler cutting in on the angle left side. Floats that one up, but it rattles in and out. No good. Back the other way. Here comes Musselman. Still no score, almost a minute in. Good backdoor cut by Horner, and a beautiful pass by Holmes. The layup is good.
Yeah, great pass by Holmes. Horner did a good job of hesitating a little bit on the right wing and then just turning the jets on and cutting down the right side of the lane. And a great feed.
Matt, that's something we've seen out of this team all season long. They've really passed well and cut without the basketball. Trey Sager from the right side fires a three for Martinsburg. It's a one and done, though, as that one came off the back rim. Musselman doing a nice job on the boards early on. Holmes guarded very tightly just beyond the arc on that left wing, and we've got a whistle and a reach-in foul. And that goes on Kamarion Dow, the 6-foot junior guard for the Bulldogs.
And, Matt, going back to the other end, I think Trey Sager's settling a little bit right there. He's put up a lot more threes than he did last year, but hasn't necessarily been knocking them down.
He's hit one.
At a consistent rate, so I think that was settling a little bit.
Inbounds to Horner, driving left baseline. Good wraparound pass to get it to Stuckey, and on the right side of the basket, he lays it in.
And that we've seen the passing early in this one. I don't think Martinsburg has seen a team that can pass and pass on the run as well as Musselman can.
They see the floor well, finding those open guys. Sager with a drive into the lane, gave a little ball fake, pardon me, with a reverse pivot. He fires the short jumper again off the mark, and it's one and done. Musselman back the other way. Holmes driving in down the right side of the lane, floats one up, came off the glass in the rim, but we've got a whistle and a foul, and that may be number 2. It will be on Kamarion Dow. He was trying to set up to draw that charge, but still sliding underneath of Holmes, and Dow has the personal.
Man, I like that drive by Holmes. You could tell the entire way his head was. He was looking for somebody to pass to him. When he realized there was nobody following him up that left side, just decided to go strong to the rim as he misses that first free throw.
6'2 junior, a 69% foul shooter, 9 of 13 coming in. His second opportunity is good, his first point of the night. And we do have a substitution. Anthony Smith, who has typically been in the starting lineup for Martinsburg, did not get the start tonight, but now comes in for Dow, who has to sit down with those 2 early fouls. We're not even 2 minutes in.
And it looks like he's going to be picked up in the front court by Trenton Wolf. It'll be interesting to see if Smith decides to use that athleticism and try to drive straight at the rim early.
5-0 that lead for Musselman. Smith giving it off intended for Dorn Smith with his back to the basket to the left side of the lane, and it's knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Martinsburg. Good defense by Musselman. Fowler triggering that inbounds along the near side of the floor. Getting it in to Smith, who had stumbled as he cut around a screen, popping out towards that center circle, but was still able to grab it, controlling that dribble. Smith down the right side of the lane, forces up the shot and kisses it in off the glass.
He's got to do that more, Matt. He's got that ability, the quick burst to drive at the right side. He's got the strength to fight through a little bit of contact. I want to see that more out of Anthony Smith.
Yeah, that was not an easy shot, but he got it to go in some traffic. Dogs on the board, but trailing 5-2. Hardy beyond the arc on this right wing, puts it on the floor with a left-hand dribble drive to the rim, and his layup is good. Caleb Hardy averages 1.2 points per game. Matt, he's got 2 early.
Now let's double that early, and just gave Luke Fowler a little bit of a head fake, and then pushed off with that right foot, had a relatively easy lane and a good finish with the left hand.
5-10 and counting here in our opening quarter. That leads 7-2 for Musselman. Stobbs on that left wing starts a drive, got to the foul line, giving off to Sager. Now to Dorn Smith on the left side of the floor. He got into the lane, had the ball knocked away. Able to get that loose ball and give it out top to Garrett Stobbs, and the long-range 3 from straight away good, his 4th of the season.
And something that I think Stobbs wants to get into a little more of a rhythm of doing was a big 3 shooter last year for this Bulldog team, and hasn't gotten in that 3 rhythm yet this year.
Pulls the Dogs within 2, down 7-5. Hardy beyond the arc on the right side, starts to his left, cut off nicely by Fowler. Out top to Holmes, dribbling to his right, picks up the dribble, gives it off. A little bit of a screen and roll for Stuckey, but he misses the shot. Rebound tipped around several times. Sager's got it, and Martinsburg's the other way. Chance to tie or take the lead, and as Anthony Smith starts to drive to the baseline, a whistle and a foul, and it's a block on Trenton Wolf, and the 5'7" junior guard has his first. Team's first as well.
Yeah, Wolf just trying about a half step behind and trying to slide in the way of Anthony Smith, but Smith already had a full head of steam driving to the left side.
Fowler triggering the inbounds. Gives it to Dorn Smith, to Anthony Smith on this left side. His three hits the rim in the backboard. Good. Box out by Isaiah Horner. Back the other way, Musselman's got it. Still with that 2-point lead. Horner on that left wing. Takes it down to the baseline. And a little wraparound pass. Got it to Wolf on the left side to Hardy. His three off the rim. Rebound tip controlled by Sager. Quick outlet Anthony Smith. Smith into the front court. It's a 1-on-2, but he takes it anyway and floats it up and in. Anthony Smith getting deep into the lane. Has two more, and we've got our first tie. So Smith's been a spark plug since coming off the bench. 7-all with 3:45 to play, quarter number one. The pace right now, though, right where Musselman would like it, according to head coach Derek Basile in our pregame show.
Yeah, neither team really getting all the horses going early. It's been pretty much offensive sets on each end.
Maybe a feeling out process. Hardy with a nice drive into the lane, a ball fake that got Dorn Smith in the air, but the shot off the back of the rim, and Smith clears the rebound. He gave it to Stobbs, outlet now to Smith up this near side. Smith moving to his right around that screen, set by Dorn Smith. Giving it off to Stobbs. Sager with it on that right side. Little ball fake on the three. He dribbles towards the foul line, and the step back mid-range jumper good for Trey Sager.
Well, that's dangerous if he can get that into his arsenal.
Wow. Martinsburg with their first lead at 9-7, and now a steal for Sager. Ahead to Anthony Smith. To the rim. The layup is good. I've got that as the first Musselman turnover, and it is costly as Martinsburg now takes an 11-7 lead, 2:50 to play here in our opening quarter.
And Musselman needs a basket here. Martinsburg gaining momentum and just got their first real transition bucket of the game. If they can do that consistently, they can spread this lead quick.
Shot for Holmes from the right side. He was inside that three-point arc, but that long jumper out no good, and back the other way. Stobbs cutting in on the angle right side, and his floater is up and good. Garrett Stobbs has 5, and a timeout needed by Musselman head coach Derek Basile. It'll be a full timeout. Let's take the break as well. Martinsburg on a run, and now leading Musselman 13-7.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078. This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender.
We are back again here at Klein Court, and Matt, after Musselman got off to the hot start, leading 5-0, 5-2, got it out to 7-2 since that time. Martinsburg on an 11-0 run.
Well, Martinsburg playing the offense they want to the last couple of possessions, able to get up and down the floor quickly, and right now Musselman settling for shots. They were running their offensive set really well to start the game, good sharp passes, backdoor cuts, and right now the last couple of possessions for them, it's been settling for contested jump shots.
Cyril Ngasa and Jess Sutherland checking into the Martinsburg lineup as Musselman in the front court throws it away. It was Wolf on this right side of the floor, passing back to Horner on the left side, but Horner had cut, and the ball went behind him and out of bounds. Checking into the lineup for Musselman, Connor Long, the 6'5 junior, in the middle as Stuckey gets a little bit of a breathe. No, Stuckey's out there, so they'll have the two big guys there. Dorn Smith off the dribble. Foul line extended right side. His jump shot rims out, and that rebound for Long. Into the front court, Wolf going to slow it down, sending to Holmes on this right wing, and it's off his hand and out of bounds. Now 3 Musselman turnovers.
Yeah, I think Alligator armed it a little bit because he expected Dorn Smith to tip that out of bounds. It got to him, but really wasn't in position to catch the basketball.
That's tough. Back-to-back empty possessions for Musselman, down to under 2 minutes now to play in our opening quarter. 13-7 that Bulldog lead as Anthony Smith makes a drive along the left baseline. Good defense by Trenton Wolf to knock it out of bounds from behind. So the Dogs will inbound on the baseline. Stobbs looking. Lobs out on this left wing to Anthony Smith. Sends to Stobbs on that right side of the floor. Back to Smith. He's wide open. He'll fire that 3. It's off the rim and the backboard. Dorn Smith keeps it alive as he tipped it off the backboard, but eventually Stuckey comes away with it.
And Anthony's got to get a little legs into those shots. It's all arms from the 2 threes he's shot so far today.
He's hit 3 threes on the season, but has yet to connect from beyond the arc in this one. Musselman needs a bucket on this possession. Holmes from straight away. 3 off the rim. Sutherland had the rebound, tipped away from him, and eventually goes out of bounds belonging to Martinsburg. Nice job, Cyril Ngasa, who really kept T.J. Stuckey from being able to get to that ball and save it.
Well, Cyril Ngasa has proven that you don't lose anything bringing him into the game off the bench. He is a guy, and I'm going to sound like a broken record, but just looks comfortable on a basketball floor. A pure athlete and just a pure basketball player on both ends of the floor.
And he brings energy.
Yes.
No doubt about that.
For sure.
Anthony Smith on that right wing starts the drive, had the ball poked away, out of bounds, right into that Musselman bench. And head coach Derek Basile just congratulating his troops for the way they're playing defensively. A minute left in our opening quarter. Dorn Smith down the right side of the lane, spinning back to his left, turns and banks it up and in.
I don't think that's how you draw that up, putting up a prayer between 2 defenders, but again, that's the kind of season that Dorn Smith's having. He is making things happen on the offensive end of the floor.
Holmes with it on the right wing, passing down low to Horner. He's going to fade back from that baseline, and the 8-foot jumper rims out. Dorn Smith tips, rebound controlled. Anthony Smith into the front court, gets to the foul line, stutter steps, drives, lays it up and in. Anthony Smith has 8 since coming off the bench. 17-7. Martinsburg on a 15-0 run, now has a 10-point lead, and we're under 20 seconds remaining here in our opening quarter. It has been a while since Musselman has scored. Holmes holding it deep on the right side.
Somebody's got to move.
Yep.
I mean, there was 4 guys standing still with Holmes with the basketball. Right now, just not getting any sort of separation offensively.
Wolf out top, sending to Horner. Left side 3 on the way, up and good. 2 seconds down to 1 second, and Martinsburg will not get a shot away. Isaiah Horner with a 3 from that left sideline, helping to break that 15-0 run for Martinsburg. But hey, the Bulldogs have a 7-point lead as we go to quarter number 2. After 1, it is Martinsburg 17, Musselman 10.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
Along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller. Donald Kinney running our TV10 camera. Colin McLaughlin back at the studio. Shout out to John Alderton. Would love to have been with us here this evening. I don't think he would mind if I said he just got his second COVID vaccine, and I've heard that second one can knock you for a loop a little bit. John Alderton says, yes, it can. So
you should really be apologizing to Patrice for having to put up with him tonight.
That is true. That is true. And John and Patrice, I don't know if you saw it, but the House has put forth a resolution down in Charleston to make the pepperoni roll the state food, and we're all over it.
And what took them so long?
I was going to say, and they hadn't had Patrice's pepperoni rolls apparently. We've got some sort of a discrepancy at the scorer's table at this moment. 17-10 is the score on the scoreboard. Couple of substitutions again for Martinsburg coming out of the break as Kazan Villa going to check into the lineup, and it looks like Avion Blackwood as well. Musselman still pretty much the guys that were on the floor as we were wrapping up that first quarter. 17-10, the Martinsburg advantage. Whatever the situation at the scorer's table, it is taken care of. Musselman basketball, let's play. Second quarter underway. Wolf in the backcourt, working into the front court, guarded there by Blackwood. Gives it off to Hardy, still on that left side of the floor. Good defense in this Martinsburg man-to-man. Stuckey down low on the baseline, left side, turn baseline, put it up, banked it a little too strong, and the rebound tipped and out of bounds belonging to Martinsburg. That's a tough matchup right there for Kazan Villa against TJ Stuckey. But if anybody's going to do it, Villa at 6'1" can get it done while giving up a couple of inches and even a couple of pounds. Tough kid when he's out there playing, no doubt about it. Blackwood sending on this near side to Anthony Smith. Smith giving the pass left side of the paint to Dorn Smith. Gave it right back to Anthony. Little two-man basketball. Anthony Smith into the lane to Cyril Ngasa on that right side to Kazan Villa. Back out top to Anthony Smith. Dribbling to his left. Wants to take it to the basket, but instead gives to Villa. His right corner three off the front of the rim, and the backside rebound, Caleb Hardy. Good defense, Musselman. Martinsburg got a decent look, but I'm not sure what they were hoping for. Nice drive down the left side of the lane for Wolf. Another wraparound pass, but Stuckey unable to convert. Did get fouled after getting the rebound and trying to put it back up. And so free throw opportunities coming for the 6'3" senior.
And that Trenton Wolf, all 5'7" of him, not afraid to drive in the lane, and it really just has great vision with those wraparound passes.
Stuckey, a 77% foul shooter, 10 of 13 in the early part of this season coming in, and he knocks it down. He's got 3 points so far. As a team, Musselman shoots 69% from the line. Pretty good. Foul shot on the way. This one good as well. Stuckey now with 4 points, and the lead for Martinsburg at 17-12. First 2 points of quarter number 2 belong to the Applemen. Blackwood on that right side beyond the arc, giving to Villa on the left wing. Back over on that far side to Cyril Ngasa. Anthony Smith along that sideline. Giving out top to Dorn Smith around the screen set by Villa. 15-foot jumper, too strong, and the rebound saved from going out of bounds on the baseline, but Stuckey ends up throwing it out of bounds on the sideline, and it will belong to Martinsburg.
Good effort for TJ Stuckey, just trying to save it and threw it where nobody was on the floor. About 8 jerseys right behind him, and he could have thrown it to. Decided to go in the corner.
I didn't want to throw it right back under the basket where maybe Martinsburg gets it and gets an easy 2, right? Blackwood with it out top after the Bulldog inbound. Martinsburg with that 5-point lead, looking for their first points of quarter number 2. 6:20 and counting in our second quarter. Cyril Ngasa trying to drive that right baseline. A lot of contact with Horner. No foul called. Pass to the cutter down the lane, and Dorn Smith lays it in. 19-12. Martinsburg out in front. Letting them play a little bit this evening.
I like that. We've seen a lot of touch fouls called this year. I like the refs letting them play.
Gordon Schaefer taking the pass from Wolf, low post right side. He turns and banks it up and in. And head coach Dave Rogers of Martinsburg calling a 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well. Back in 30, 5:58 to play in our first half, and Martinsburg leading 19-14.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
The whole Martinsburg entourage down below us. That's Trent Sherman along with Brian Sine, a couple of principals, and then you got to add in the Turtle, Davis Moore athletic director. Keeping an eye on this one. Been a good one so far, 19-14, Martinsburg in front. Gonna look up some history. Was 1914 a good year? Right now it's a good one for Martinsburg because they've got the lead. Anthony Smith down the left side of the lane, got to that baseline, gave to Dorn Smith. To Villa out top, back to Dorn Smith, penetrates into the lane, floats it up about 10 feet away, comes off the side of the iron. That rebound to Hardy. Outlet to Wolf. He'll bring it into the front court. Blackwood picks him up.
I don't like Cyril Ngasa turning and running back up the floor right there. He had Caleb Hardy pinned on the baseline and turned around and gave him an easy pass out.
Stuckey in the lane. Almost had the ball stripped by Villa, but was able to maintain his footing, got off a pass, and now Stuckey gets it back on the left baseline. 10-foot jumper up and good.
Good shot by Stuckey, but I think very lucky there wasn't a 3-second violation right there. He held the ball for at least 3 seconds, and then after the pass, stood there for another second or two. We haven't seen a whole lot of 3-second calls this year at the high school level.
Blackwood back the other way. Low post right side. Pulling in a pass and was very quickly fouled by Caleb Hardy. It'll be his first. Team foul number 2. Martinsburg's committed just 3 team fouls. Pretty cleanly played so far in this one. Fowler's back in there triggering the inbounds. Out to Anthony Smith to Stobbs from that right side. His 3 short off the rim. Villa gets the rebound back out top to Anthony Smith. His 3 rattles in and out, and this time that's Schaefer with the good box out. Has it for Musselman. Down the floor, Wolf getting to Stuckey. Spins, left hands it up. Off the rim, no good. Rebound to Sager.
And Stuckey made that a lot harder on himself than he needed to. He had pretty good position, and either way it was going to be contested, but decided to add a spin move in there.
Now, Kazon Villa just with a spin move as he got into the lane and then dished it off to Anthony Smith, and Smith hitting that short floater in the lane. He's in double figures with 10, and Martinsburg leads 21-16. 4.5 minutes, under 4.5 now in our first half of play. Wolf out front, fires that pass down low, shot with the left hand off the mark for Schaefer, and the Bulldogs will come the other way. Anthony Smith slows it down at the top of the key, got to the foul line, passing right wing. He thought Sager was going to keep going to the basket. Sager stopped, and the ball went right into the Musselman bench.
And, Matt, I've been very impressed with, for the most part, Martinsburg on the defensive end of the floor inside. Not a whole lot of guys other than Trey Sager that are necessarily tall and big on the inside and give that inside presence, but they've done a very good job against Schaefer and against Stuckey tonight, along with Connor Long.
Holmes is back out onto the floor. Jordan Holmes with it beyond the three-point line on the right side of the floor, giving it off to Stuckey and a reach-in foul from behind. Pretty easy call there as Trey Sager reaching for the basketball. Ended up with the elbow in the forearm coming right across Stuckey's head.
Right on cue.
That's his first, team foul number 4. Common foul, so the inbounds will come baseline right of the basket. Wolf looking, still looking, near 5 seconds, finally gets it to Stuckey, left hands it up, banks a little too strong. Good job Schaefer to get that backside rebound, gives it off to Horner, and Musselman will reset. Schaefer picking up that dribble along the left sideline, trying to get it off to Stuckey. Ball tipped and out of bounds by Trey Sager. Schaefer, a junior, comes in averaging half a point a game. Already has 2 in this one. Battling in there, rebounding. Helping Stuckey on the inside, and now he'll get a breather as Caleb Hardy comes back in. 3:38 left, first half. Wolf looking, eventually gets it into Horner. Backdoor cut to Hardy down the lane, but now in a triple team, gets it off to Wolf, and we've got a 3-second violation. Matt, there you go.
They must have heard me. I think that may be the first 3-second violation we've seen all season long.
Now that is a turnover for the Applemen as Martinsburg gets it back with that 5-point lead at 21-16. Anthony Smith on this left wing, controlling that dribble, giving out top to Fowler, back to Smith. Now that pass at the high post to Trey Sager, moving into the lane, wanted to make a spin move, lost control of the dribble, and able to tip it to this near sideline. Anthony Smith's got it. 3 minutes to play in our first half. Anthony Smith giving to Stobbs on that right wing. He'll drive it into the lane, bank it up, but it did not go. And on the rebound, let's see, it is out of bounds off Martinsburg. Wondered if we had an over-the-back call. We do not. It was just out of bounds, I believe, off of Trey Sager.
It certainly looked like our official was indicating a foul after that play was over, as Martinsburg going to show some backcourt pressure here.
Inbounds pass going to Wolf, and now Martinsburg backs off. Garrett Stobbs guarding Wolf, just backpedaling into that front court. Martinsburg in that man-to-man. Horner giving out top to Hardy. Hardy at the key, guarded there by Fowler. Started right, now comes back left. Back between the circles to Horner. To Holmes, cutting into the lane. He paused, let a defender go by, and hits it. That 14-foot jumper from Jordan Holmes, his first shot from the floor. He's got 3 points.
Yeah, 1 of 2 from the charity stripe in the first quarter, and be good for the Appleman to see him get going. He comes in averaging 11.2 a game. So right now, well under that pace. You'd like to see him going offensively.
21-18, that Martinsburg lead. Sager takes it, low post left side, giving to Villa, cutting into the lane. A little hesitation move, gave out to Stobbs. Got away with a travel, backing up, but didn't shoot the 3. He gives to Fowler, right side 3, off the rim. Nice job, Wolf, to save it from going out of bounds, tipping it to Holmes.
Trent Wolf's everywhere.
He is.
Boy, flies around the floor.
Yep, just a junior. He'll be fun to watch the rest of this year and next as well. Big possession right now for Musselman, down 21-18. Hardy driving in along the right baseline, got to that low post, gave a ball fake, and that got Kazon Villa in the air, and Villa gets called with the foul. Count that bucket as well, a 3-point opportunity for Caleb Hardy.
Good offensive play for Caleb Hardy. He let the entire floor go to the left, basically. All other 8 players other than he and Kazon Villa gave a quick little head fake on the freshman who bit just enough that Hardy could drive right side.
Free throw comes off the back rim, no good. Rebound tipped around, and eventually Holmes comes away with it. Musselman maintains the possession, down by a point. 21-20, Martinsburg, 1:32 to play in our first half. Holmes down to that right baseline, passing in the lane intended for Stuckey. He got tied up by Anthony Smith. They both end up on the deck as Stuckey was trying to rip it out of Smith's hands. Good sportsmanship as Smith helps Stuckey up, and away we go. It's Martinsburg basketball. That held ball becomes the 5th Musselman turnover. Both these teams have done a nice job not turning it over in the first half.
And pretty good on fouls so far, too. Just 7 combined fouls in this game through almost the first half.
Anthony Smith from the left corner started to drive, went for a behind-the-back dribble and dribbled it right off his heel and out of bounds.
Would have been a good move because he had Wolf shuffling his feet, and I think could have gone around him to the right side and drove into the lane, but unfortunately just out-dribbled himself.
1:06 and counting in our first half. Still a 1-point Martinsburg lead, 21-20. Wolf along this right side, dribbles down towards that baseline, picks it up, gives it off, intended in the lane for Horner. The steal for Anthony Smith, ahead to Dorn Smith. One-hand slam dunk, Dorn Smith. He's got 6, and the Bulldog lead is 23-20.
Would have loved to have seen what that dunk was going to be if he didn't bobble it a little bit. Again, we know he can jump through the gym, had a reverse dunk a couple of weeks ago.
Stuckey down low, gives out top to Horner. His 3 from straight away, rims out no good. Stuckey keeps it alive, but into the hands of Fowler. Martinsburg with it with 30 ticks remaining in a 3-point lead. Here we go. See what Martinsburg will do with these final seconds of our first half. Head coach Dave Rogers up off the bench, holds up 2 fingers with his right hand.
And Matt, Musselman will get the basketball to start the second half, so a stop here goes a long way in keeping it a one-possession game and an opportunity to tie it in the third quarter.
Trey Sager giving down low to Dorn Smith. He turns and lays it up and in. Low post right side. Quickly working the other way. It's Wolf getting to the midcourt stripe. To Horner. Right side 3 on the way. It's an air ball. It was contested by Garrett Stobbs, who got back late defensively. So here we go into our halftime. A 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and recap the scoring in this one. We are at the intermission with Martinsburg leading Musselman 25-20.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at Cider Press Deli and Grill.com.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic! Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood and Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
We welcome you back to Klein Court. We're in Inwood, West Virginia, where the Musselman Applemen host the Martinsburg Bulldogs. It's boys basketball on this Friday night, and right now Martinsburg with the 5-point advantage. Along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller, Donald Kinney running our TV10 and camera, Colin McLaughlin, our engineer, back at the studio. Matt, it was Musselman who got off to the hot start, the 5-0 lead before Martinsburg got a bucket. Musselman would answer with a score and had a 7-2 lead, but then they stopped scoring for the rest of the first quarter until the final shot of that quarter, a three-pointer that was made by Isaiah Horner. In the interim, it was Martinsburg that went on a 15-0 run, had a 10-point lead at 17-7, but thanks to that Horner three, Musselman cut it to 17-10 at the end of the first 8 minutes, and then it looked like they were going to keep cutting into that deficit in the second quarter, but just couldn't be consistent enough at scoring. They did outscore Martinsburg by 2 to now be down by only 5.
Yeah, and they got back to within 2 late in that second quarter, but unfortunately just couldn't get one more stop and couldn't get a big stop at the end of that quarter. They will get the ball to start the second half, and I mentioned it would have been big if they could have gotten a stop and kept it a one-possession game, but still well within the sights, just a 5-point game, a good game. I think it's the type of game, maybe not playing out style-wise the way we expected, but I think a 5-point game at the half either way here in this game is what we expected.
It is playing out, I think, the way Derek Basile wants it to. Let's see if Martinsburg head coach Dave Rogers and his staff can find a way that they can force the tempo a little more in the second half. Another 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll look at numbers from this first half. It's West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com. The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg offers hand-cut, locally sourced steaks, fresh seafood, and sandwiches with great daily specials like 75-cent wings all day Monday, prime rib on Tuesday, New York strip on Wednesday, and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Ask for the lunch punch card and have lunch on the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard. And don't forget the Big Apple Lounge on Sater Drive in Inwood.
With a 5-point lead here at Musselman, 25-20, with our individual scoring from the first half. Here's Matt.
Let's start with the Musselman Applemen leading the way, scoring for them 6 points for TJ Stuckey. He's added a 2-for-2 effort from the line in the first half as well. 5 points for Isaiah Horner. That includes a ball from beyond the arc, the only 3 that Musselman has hit so far in the game. 4 points for Caleb Hardy. He's 0 of 1 from the free throw line in the first half. 3 points for Jordan Holmes. He is 1 of 2 from the free throw line, added a bucket in the second quarter, and 2 points for Gordon Schaefer. Going over to the Martinsburg Bulldogs, leading all scorers right now with 10 is Anthony Smith. 8 of those came in the first quarter, and don't forget, Matt, he came off the bench, wasn't a starter in today's game. 8 points for Doran Smith. 6 of those came in quarter number 2, 5 for Garrett Stobbs, and a bucket in the first quarter for Trey Sager. The Dogs have not shot a free throw yet this game.
I was going to say, you look at the team stats, I don't have much to tell you. Martinsburg didn't take a free throw, hit just 1 3. You mentioned it. Musselman hit only 1 3. They did go 3 for 5 from the line. That's 60%. The reason nobody's getting to the line, Martinsburg committed 5 team fouls. Musselman committed only 2 team fouls. I've got a +2 rebounding edge right now for Musselman at 13-11. And I tell you, both teams handling the basketball well, Matt. 5 turnovers for Musselman, just 3 for Martinsburg.
And a couple of those rebounds have been on the offensive end and allowed second chance opportunities for the Applemen.
Well, let's see if they can keep it going here in our second half. Martinsburg back out, Musselman on the way, and we have a final 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll get our second half underway. It is Martinsburg leading Musselman 25-20. It's West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNRN TV 10.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandSmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
All right, we welcome you back in to our high school boys basketball broadcast on this Friday evening. Rick Alderton and his wife retiring down in the South Carolina beach area, just outside of Myrtle Beach, and he sent us the message there at the half. A big thanks to WRNR for covering local sports with a video feed. Your coverage is most appreciated by those of us living so far away. Again, thank you. And Rick, we are glad to do it and glad that you were able to enjoy. But then he added, Matt Crawford needs the makeup person to touch him up a little during the commercials.
Am I glimmering a little bit? It is hot in this. Again, I don't know whether it's the 73 degrees it was here today or what, but it's warm in here.
No doubt about it. All right, it looks like we've got Wolf and Hardy, Stuckey, Horner, and Holmes on the floor for Musselman. The starting 5 back out there to start our second half. Dow, Stobbs, Dorn, Smith, Sager, and Fowler, the starting 5 back out there for Martinsburg. And it is Musselman with the ball now, shooting at the basket directly in front of us, or what we would call the left of our broadcast position. Good defense by Martinsburg in this man-to-man. Out top with her, that's Wolf, dribbling onto that right wing. Left-hand dribble into the paint. Passing to Horner, back out top to Hardy. From the top of the key, tries to drive around Kamarion Dow. Does, but then has the shot blocked by Trey Sager, and it will be a held ball as Hardy came back down with it while Sager had his hand on it.
Yeah, and Sager, a good job of just going straight up and down, making sure that hand is on the basketball. Good defense down low for the big fella.
So that goes as a turnover. 6th and now for Musselman. Martinsburg with that 5-point lead into the offensive end, now shooting at the basket to our right. By the way, our high school basketball coverage all season long presented by Smallwood Small Insurance and the Cider Press Restaurant right here in Inwood. Stop by if you haven't. My wife and I were there not long ago. Enjoyed very good food. Trey Sager, low post, left side, spinning to his right. Got into the lane, missed it wide right, but gets his own rebound and puts it back up in the end.
Trey Sager starting strong in this second half. Good defense leading to good offense.
27-20, the Martinsburg advantage. Dogs almost get a turnover. Musselman maintains possession. They'll go low post right side to Stuckey. Back out top, he has to give it to Holmes. Passing near side intended for Horner and a foul, as Martinsburg's Dorn Smith was just a little too late in getting there. He was trying to cut that pass off, and if he could have and tipped it forward, you know, in his mind, he was thinking, what dunk am I going to do on the other end? Instead, a little late, and he ends up committing the foul. Holmes trying to get the inbounds, eventually does to Horner. Horner giving back to Holmes from the left corner, 3-ball on the way, got it. Jordan Holmes with his 11th 3 of the season and doubles his total for the night. That's a big bucket, 27-23. That Martinsburg lead cut to 4. That's huge. If Martinsburg is able to get a stop there and then maybe even a 3 on the other end and push it out to double digits, that would have been a challenge. Dorn Smith, the foul line jumper for Martinsburg, it's up and good. He's got 10 points. And quickly the other way as Horner cuts from left to right into the lane. A reach-in foul on the Dogs, and that will go on Dorn Smith. Wow, the Martinsburg senior forward has picked up 2 quick fouls.
That's a second half. I don't think you worry about that unless he gets a third one relatively quick. With as deep as Martinsburg can go in their bench, I wouldn't worry about that 2 fouls, at least right now.
Holmes with a nice drive down the right side of the lane, and up and under move draws contact from Luke Fowler. And Fowler, the 6'5 junior, has his first foul. Already 3 Bulldog team fouls in this third quarter. Get the idea, Musselman wants to get back to what we've seen him do a lot this season, Matt, and that's get to the rim.
Yep.
Free throw for Holmes. Oh, hits the front of the rim. Kind of sat there momentarily, moved a little to the left, and then fell off.
But, man, if you're Musselman and you get to the line, you're driving to the rim, you got to be able to knock down some free throws. Now just 3 of 6 on the night so far.
And that second one rattles in and out, no good as well, and a battle for the rebound out of bounds off of Stuckey. It will belong to Martinsburg. Yeah, they came in a 69% shooting free throw team. And Holmes was 69%, having made 9 of 13, but he's just 1 for 4 tonight. So it's a 29-23 Martinsburg lead from Ariane Dow, driving baseline left, passing off. It got tipped away, but Fowler grabs it from the left corner. His 3 off the rim. Stuckey clears the rebound, giving that outlet intended for Wolf, stolen by Garrett Stobbs. Stobbs drive in. Stuckey blocks the shot. Going out of bounds near side, Dorn Smith saves it, but into the hands of Wolf. Wolf with a pass to the midcourt stripe, intended for Holmes, stolen by Dow. Dow in the lane. His short jumper on the run, off the mark, and a foul going after the rebound, and that looks like it goes on Martinsburg.
Does anybody want the basketball right now? Turnover after turnover there for about 35 seconds.
Trey Sager will be called with the foul. That'll be his second, already 4 Bulldog team fouls here in this third quarter.
Martinsburg's got to be careful. That's how you let teams back into games. Not that Musselman's out of this one yet, but if you give them shots at the free throw line without that clock running, that's how they stay in basketball games.
Long 3 from the left side, up and good for Caleb Hardy. The 5'10 senior knocks it down, and after just 1 3 in the first half, you now have Hardy and Holmes connecting from beyond the arc in the third.
And that's Caleb Hardy's first 3 on the season, Matt. Again, a team that isn't going to shoot a whole lot from beyond the arc successfully, and right now, shooting very well from beyond the arc.
Fowler with a foul line jumper that comes off the rim right side. Rebound to Stuckey. He's going to bring it up the floor himself, passing ahead, getting it to Holmes near the midcourt stripe. He'll dribble to the foul line, stop and pop. Too strong, rebound tipped around. Stuckey keeps it alive. Horner tries to save it. Basketball free. Eventually Wolf has it. Musselman will set it up, or will they? No! Wolf drives in, feeds low post left side to Holmes, and the layup good off the glass. And don't look now, a nice run by Musselman has them back within 1.
And Trenton Wolf still amazes me with how well he sees the floor, Matt. He's good for 1 or 2 no-look passes in a game. That was one of them. Driving middle of the lane, right hand off the dribble, and no look to a cutting Jordan Holmes.
Trey Sager in the paint. paint, passing at the high post to Dorn Smith. Has it go off his hand and out of bounds on the near sideline. Another Bulldog turnover. They had 3 in the first half, 3 already in this third quarter, and Musselman can take the lead. Matt, they haven't had the lead since Martinsburg took a 9-7 lead after a 7-all tie. Shot from the right side, no good. I think Hardy was trying to see if he was feeling it. He was not. And back the other way as Kamarion Dow drives down the left of the lane, a whistle and a foul.
And the Musselman faithful don't like that one. A late whistle. Well, I do think there was definitely contact as Dow was driving left side.
Dow is going to go to the line. It was in the act of shooting, and that foul will be on T.J. Stuckey, and just his first. Dow has yet to shoot free throws this season. First one up, first one good. A member of this varsity squad a year ago. He only took 11 free throws, but made 9 of them, so that was 82%. Misses the second, but Dorn Smith is in there. He's got the offensive rebound. Gives it out top to Stobbs from straight away. His 3, off the mark. Rebound tipped by Dorn Smith, and Stobbs cutting down the left of the lane puts it in. Well, there you go. Dorn Smith helping to keep it alive. Martinsburg back out in front, 32-28 now. Into the lane, the 15-foot jumper for Horner off the mark. Got his own rebound, a little strong on the putback. Rebound batted around, and eventually Fowler comes away with it. Martinsburg ball.
Yeah, and Horner would have had an easier shot if he just went straight up with it on the low block. Instead, turned it into a fadeaway bucket.
Nice drive. Garrett Stobbs has started on the right side, used that left-hand dribble, got into the lane, and then spun it in off the glass and back the other way. Jess Sutherland trying to block the shot of Caleb Hardy, driving in on the left angle. Count that bucket as it banged in off the glass, and Hardy gets a 3-point opportunity. Sutherland with the foul.
Little hoop and harm, and Sutherland in good position right there. Hands were straight up, just a little too much body trying to block that. And a good job staying with keeping his eye on the basket for Caleb Hardy. Gets 3 the old-fashioned way.
Matt, does he come to life for what? 6 points in the quarter. He's now in double figures with 10 on the ball game, and the Martinsburg lead is at 34-31. So 3 points, the Martinsburg advantage. 3:17 and counting in quarter number 3. Anthony Smith back out on the floor to Sutherland beyond the arc. Gives to Sager in the paint with his back to the basket, spinning right. Short jumper off the iron, battling for the rebound. Good box out by Long. Connor Long back out there.
I like the idea for Martinsburg right there, though. 2 big men out there right now with Trey Sager and Sutherland. Try to use that size advantage.
Holmes giving in the lane to Hardy, and somehow on the double clutch got it to go. Had just enough to lay it over the rim.
And Matt, Caleb Hardy's feeling it right now. He has had a whale of a third quarter, and he has really got Musselman back into this one single-handedly.
Yeah, now their leading scorer with 12 points, 34-33. That Bulldog lead back to 1. Trey Sager working to Jess Sutherland. Low post left side. Got into the lane from about 14 feet. His shot comes off the side of the iron, but Dorn Smith high into the air for the tip in.
And there's just nothing anybody can do about the leaping ability of Dorn Smith.
No.
I mean, everybody in good position right there, and Smith just out-jumping everybody by 8 inches.
Hardy into the paint. Gave that ball fake. Missed the shot, but as it was rolling off the rim, I think that was Holmes.
I think it was, too.
Skied up and tipped it in.
Yeah, Stuckey was still sitting flat-footed, and Holmes was driving in the baseline looking for that putback, and somehow got enough on it.
I think Holmes is saying to Dorn Smith, I got some leaping ability too. Anthony Smith backing his way in. Gives to Dorn Smith on that left wing. Dribbles a little bit closer from about 12 feet out. Has that shot rim out, no good. Long the rebound. Here comes Musselman. A chance to regain the lead. They're down 36-35. 140 and counting in our third quarter. Holmes from the right side. 3 off the rim in the backboard. Garrett stops the backside rebound. Going to bring it into the front court himself. Giving off to Sager, left side 3 on the way. Got it! Trey Sager's tried a couple of those tonight and knocks this one down for his second of the season.
And a big 3 puts Martinsburg back out by 2 possessions, 39-35. And Musselman's got to keep up the momentum here. They need a bucket.
1:15 and counting in our third. Wolf down the right side of the lane, high off the glass, puts it in for his first bucket of the night.
I don't think you could emphasize high off the glass enough on that one. I think barely skimmed the glass on its way back down.
39-37, that Bulldog lead at 2. We're under 1 minute to play in the third. Let's see how Martinsburg plays it. Do they spread the floor and hold for a shot, or go ahead and run some offense? Sutherland in that left corner to Sager on that left wing. He directs some traffic. Wants to get it to Anthony Smith, and the pass knocked away. Great defense by Wolf. He gets the steal into the front court. It's the 3-on-1, feeding to Holmes off his hand, but he regains control and puts it in. Jordan Holmes with the bucket. We're tied at 39, just our second tie of the night.
And, Matt, I cannot speak highly enough of Trenton Wolf. He is everywhere on the floor, and he is fearless, driving in on offense and then poking the ball away on defense, just playing out of his mind the last couple of games we've seen him.
Staub's giving to Sutherland on that left side of the floor beyond the arc. He gets into the paint, right hands it up. It comes off the mark, and the rebound controlled by Stuckey. Into the front court, it's Wolf, down to 3, down to 2. Wolf into the lane, bangs into Sutherland. No foul called as Sutherland comes away with a basketball, and we go to quarter number 4 after this 60-second break. We're in for a final 8 minutes that should be a lot of fun. We're tied at 39.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender. All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com.
Matt Miller here along with Matt Crawford, Donald Kenny running our TV10 camera, Colin McLaughlin back at the studio. Matt, Musselman outscoring Martinsburg 19-14 in that third.
And how about 17 of those points coming from 2 players, Jordan Holmes, Caleb Hardy, a bucket for Trenton Wolf. But it was the Hardy and Holmes show getting Musselman back into it, or keeping them in it, I should say.
Well, and they've got the basketball. Let's see if they can take the first lead in this fourth quarter. Hardy beyond the arc on that right side. They're shooting at the basket here in front of us or to our left, and we've got a whistle and a foul on the floor, and that's a reach-in on Kamarion Dow. That's going to be his third, and now team foul number 6. So the next foul for Martinsburg going to put Musselman at the line. The Applemen, by the way, have committed just 1 foul in the second half. Wolf with that inbounds, working to Horner, deep on that right side, swinging to Long on this left side of the floor. A dribble down to that foul line, giving it off to Horner, driving baseline right side. Oh, wow, put it up just a little too strong. Rebound tipped out. Anthony Smith has it. Smith into the front court, going all the way to the basket and lays it up and in down the right side of the lane. Anthony Smith, who didn't score in that third, Matt, has 12 now on the game.
Yeah, Smith opened up with 8 in the opening quarter, just 2 in the second quarter. You mentioned it, none in the third quarter. That's a big bucket.
Let's see if he tries to maybe help take charge in this fourth quarter. Horner penetrating along that right side, has the shot come off the rim. Stuckey tips it up, and it's a little too strong, and now Martinsburg will head the other way. Nice pass down the floor, hauled in by Sager, but under the basket he was fouled by Connor Long, who leaped up for that pass and came down on Sager. Sager did put the shot up and in, and he wants the continuation of the three-point play, but he's not going to get it.
Yeah, not quite the NBA, but a smart foul, I think, for Connor Long. That's going to be an easy layup for Trey Sager if Long doesn't commit that foul.
Long comes out. Schaefer comes in. You've got Holmes, Horner, Wolf, Schaefer, and Stuckey on the floor right now for Musselman. Inbounds to Sager. Foul line extended. Right side, mid-range jumper up and good for Trey Sager. Matt, he now has 9. 43-39. First 4 points of quarter number 4 belong to Martinsburg. Wolf beyond the arc on that right side, trying to get it down low to Stuckey. He's got it, takes it to the rim, but left it short, and Dow the rebound.
Right now, Musselman can't buy a bucket right next to the basket. They've had 3 very good looks from close range and just can't knock it down.
Trey Sager, long 3 left side, comes off the rim, and Anthony Smith somehow cut underneath the Holmes, got the rebound, and then feeds to Sager cutting into the lane. His shot, though, misses wide right. And here comes Musselman.
Yeah, Holmes leaped out of the gym to go get that rebound. Now he's coming down. Anthony Smith waiting right there to grab it from him.
Into the lane, Stuckey puts it up with that left hand. Low post right side. Matt had that spin, but again, couldn't get it to go.
Saran wrap on the bucket right now, Matt. They can't buy one in close range. Now 4 close looks.
Sager from the left side fires another 3 and rattles this one home. He's got 5 in this fourth quarter. That's going to give him 12 now in the ball game. And Martinsburg has a 46-39 lead as they've opened this fourth quarter on a 7-0 run. Musselman taking a 60-second break. We'll be back in that same 60 seconds with Martinsburg now leading 46-39.
The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Now let's see what head coach Derek Basil and his staff have drawn up as Musselman now trailing 46-39, works it into the front court. Horner driving, angle right side, got down to the baseline, fed underneath to Stuckey. His shot again did not go, but as he grabbed the rebound, he was fouled on the way back up, and part of me, that was Schaefer. Yeah. I saw the 3, couldn't make out the other number. It's a 3-1, not a 3-4, so Schaefer will go to the line, and again, Matt, they're getting shots right at the bucket, but Musselman just can't buy one in this fourth quarter. Foul, by the way, on Villa, going to be his second. Schaefer shooting 2, fouled in the act, and he is 0 for 2 on the season, make it now 0 for 3 from the line. Horner coming in. Hardy is going to check in, it looks like for the shooter. Connor Long gets a breather for Musselman. 5:51 to play in this one. Second foul shot on the way, and this one is good. He got it. Schaefer now has 3 points. He had a bucket back in that second quarter. 46-40, cuts that Bulldog lead to 6, and snaps a 7-0 run by the Dogs to open this fourth quarter.
And if you're Musselman, you got to keep knocking those down from the foul line. Every foul from here on out, you're getting a 1-and-1 opportunity for the next 3, and then in the double bonus after that if you get there. So you got to start knocking down free throws.
Marion Dow giving to Dorn Smith. Low post right side, spins left. About 8-foot jump shot comes off the iron. Horner the rebound. Going to send it up the floor to Holmes on that right side. Penetrating along the baseline. Gets to the rim and banks it in. And Jordan Holmes got 14.
You got to be a little concerned if you're Dave Rogers right now. While Musselman hasn't made a whole lot of shots, they're driving in with ease right now. They've had a lot of good looks just driving straight to the basket.
Anthony Smith giving to Dow out top. To Dorn Smith on that left wing. Passes to Kazon Villa. Back to the basket, left to the lane. Out top to Dow. And again to Villa along that far sideline. Stobbs has it out top. A dribble to his left and now skip pass all the way down into the right corner. Anthony Smith giving in the lane to Dorn Smith. He puts it up, hits the deck at the end, and we've got a whistle and a foul. 2 free throws are coming for Dorn Smith. That might be on Horner. I'm not sure. Nope, I think it's actually Stuckey, and it is. TJ Stuckey picks up his second. Again, just the third team foul. Dorn Smith to the line, an 86% foul shooter, albeit 6 of 7 in the early going of the season. Let's make it 7 for 8.
Just because it's a small sample size doesn't mean it's accurate.
13 points on the night for him, right at his season average, and now above it as he gets them both. He's got 14 points, and the Bulldog lead is at 48-42. Under 5 minutes remaining in this one. Wolf into the front court. Looking left, a little behind the back dribble, moves to his right, and we've got a whistle away from the ball, and I think we're going to have a hold on Martinsburg.
By the looks of it, Kamari and Dow has his palms up towards the sky going, oh, me?
And the official explaining it to him as Dow picks up what we would have as his 4th personal.
And Trenton Wolf going to the baseline, but it's a 1-and-1.
I see Todd Hoffmaster at the end of the bench, who runs the official book for Martinsburg. Been with his program a long time with head coach Dave Rogers. He was putting the 4 fingers out so the coach would know, hey, Dow now has 4. Horner's free throw on the way. Rattles around, but he gets it to go, and that means he'll get another.
Shooter's touch, Matt.
Matt, they were 4 for 8 from the line through the first 3 quarters. They've made 2 out of 3 so far in this fourth quarter. Deficit right now at 5. Could be cut to 4 if Horner gets this one. He's got 6 points, and he'll stay at 6 as that free throw comes off the right side of the rim, but the rebound goes out of bounds off the Bulldogs, and hey, credit TJ Stuckey with great position.
Yeah, he was in good position, had it momentarily, and Trey Sager, it looked like from behind, went to go poke that basketball away and ended up going out of bounds. Good inbounds play, but Garrett Staub steals it.
He had to save it from going out of bounds, and it ended up in the hands of Isaiah Horner, right of the lane as Horner went towards the rim. He banged bodies with Trey Sager, and Sager has been whistled with his 3rd foul. And that is Horner going right back to the line where he made 1 of 2 literally just seconds ago. 48-43, 5 points that Bulldog lead, and
somebody gets squeegee out.
Well, in this case, everybody just get down there. 4 players, 2 from each team, using the sneakers to help get rid of the moisture, the sweat on the floor. And now Coach Derek Basile brings out the Gatorade towel.
There's a coach right there. I do it all, Coach.
Hey, we know he's obsessed with this floor, right?
Yes.
When we come into this gym, man, he is mopping it on a regular basis, keeping it clean, this brand new surface.
And he should be. I mean, this floor is immaculate right now.
So it will be 2 shots coming for Isaiah Horner.
Heard Coach Rogers talking because Martinsburg is supposed to get their floor redone this summer, and heard him talking to one of his assistants as they were coming in going, you want to do something like this with our floor? So I think the area school is getting some ideas because Klein Court's makeover does look awfully good.
Free throw up and good. So Horner gets the first. He did that a moment ago. Let's see if he can get them both. Draw his team a little bit closer. Right now down by 4.
Draw them within 1 possession, Matt.
That's key, but they got to get a stop on the defensive end. Free throw up, free throw good. Nothing but net on that one. 48-45. The Bulldog lead at 3. 4:35 and counting in our contest. Hazon Villa beyond the arc on this right wing. Giving to Dorn Smith. Around on that left side to Cyril Ngasa. Ngasa starting in, and we've got a blocking foul. That will go against Musselman.
I think Cyril Ngasa getting away with one right there, and Derek Basile furious as he has to get a drink of water, I think, to keep from screaming at an official. It certainly looked like Cyril used that offhand to extend.
Horner picking up the foul, his first, team's 4th. Inbounds to Sager, left side 16-footer, rims out no good with the rebound to the Dogs, and Anthony Smith with it on this right side. Down to Dorn Smith, driving baseline right, got to the rim, drew contact, and he'll go for a couple of free throws. He missed the shot, but that's now 3 on TJ Stuckey.
Again, at the moment, I don't think you got to worry about that. Just 4:14 left in the game. I don't think fouls are a concern at the moment. Although Stuckey, again, they get something to keep an eye on, but nothing to sweat over quite yet.
Dorn Smith 2 for 2 from the line in this fourth quarter, puts that one up and through. He will try again and put this one in also. He's up to 16 points now. 50-45, a 5-point Martinsburg lead. We're halfway through quarter number 4. Horner with it on that right side of the floor. Driving into the lane is no-look bounce speed. Intended for Stuckey, knocked away, gets a steal into the front court. Anthony Smith has it taken away from him. That was Wolf who was able to get it off. I thought it was going to Horner. Ball got knocked away, and Holmes was able to dive on the loose ball just past the midcourt stripe, and time taken by Musselman, and they'll get it on the Martinsburg turnover.
Derek Basile, I think, jumped about 4 inches off the ground trying to make sure the minute that Holmes had that basketball, he was able to call the timeout. We'd have Basile with just 1 timeout left now, Matt. Coach Rogers from Martinsburg, still 4 left in the contest. And, Matt, you look at the way these teams have scored this year. Martinsburg coming in, averaging 57.3 a game while giving up 47. So they, on average, have been playing a little bit wider spread games. For this Musselman team, scoring 56 a game, giving up 55 a game, a winning record. They're 3-2, really 4-2 on the season. So if this is going to be a shootout down the stretch in a tight ball game, I think you may have to give the experience and the edge to Musselman. Right now, Martinsburg still very much in the driver's seat, a 50-45 lead, but something to keep an eye on as Musselman has played in some tighter games this year.
Coach Basil looking at the official after calling initially for what we thought was going to be a 30 and said, let's go ahead and make it full. So the little bit of extra time gives us a chance to let you know Martinsburg's won 7 straight in this series. You got to go back to 2018 when Musselman got the victory here, 74-58, and since that time, Martinsburg has won 7 in a row. Musselman has struggled at times against Martinsburg here. Their other 3 wins against the Dogs in recent years have all come at Martinsburg in 2014, 2015, and again in 2017. Horner penetrating into the lane, forced up the shot over Cyril, and Gossa left it short. Rebound Martinsburg, and the ball knocked away and eventually picked up by Stuckey. It's a turnover. Wolf has it right baseline. His 10-foot jumper off the iron. Stobbs eventually coming away with it. His outlet pass is tipped. Holmes has it left baseline. 12-foot jumper off the mark. Cyril and Gossa trying to keep it alive or maybe knock it out off of a Musselman player. It goes to Horner, and Horner's shot did not go, but he will go to the line as we got a foul on the Bulldogs.
And it's going to be on Trey Sager, waiting to see the official.
No. It is not, as we get the call from across the table. That was 1 for Garrett Stobbs, who will pick up his first. Martinsburg got 2 rebounds right there and ended up having the basketball taken right away from them. At the line, Horner has now hit 4 out of 5 in this fourth quarter.
Earning his paycheck from the line tonight.
Matt, if Musselman comes back in this one, they're doing it from the foul line. Holmes has a bucket from the floor. That's the only shot from the floor in this fourth quarter so far for the Applemen. Free throw up, free throw good for Horner, and he's made 4 in a row. 50-47, that Bulldog lead at 3. 3 minutes, 16 seconds to go in this one. And Gossa beyond the arc left side. Controls that dribble, giving to Anthony Smith in the left corner, and we've got a whistle away from the ball, and that looks like a foul. And that'll go on Dorn Smith. That is going to be his 3rd personal. And let's see if we'll go to the other end for the front end of it. Well, there would actually be 2 now. As you look up the scoreboard, that is 10 fouls. This must have been a player control foul. I never understood that, but the player control foul is not free throws but an inbounds. Wolf into the front court, passing off to Stuckey, baseline right side. He ran into Cyril and Gossa. No call as both hit the deck. The ball came to the left wing. The pass to Holmes, and just left to the top of the key. He drains a 3. We're tied again. It's 50 all.
And Matt, Klein Court with the fans, the minimal students and family in here. The way this gym is built closes in sound. And the first time this year we really get a feeling of a home court advantage.
Dorn Smith at the high post. It turns to his left, puts up the shot. It did not go too strong, but he battles, gets the rebound, and does get the putback basket.
And Matt, if you're a coach of a younger team, that is what you teach right there, what Dorn Smith did. Followed his shot, knew that it was going to be off the mark, but was right there for the putback.
All right, we got another timeout. Looks like this one may be the 30-second timeout. We'll take the 30-second break as well, with Martinsburg leading by 2.
The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs.
Matt, we have had a good one. We were tied at 7 in the first quarter. Martinsburg would get the next points and eventually push the lead out to 17-7. They led 17-10 after 125-20 at the half. Then at the end of the third quarter, we were tied at 39. Martinsburg again would take the lead there out to 43-39. And now we're tied at 50, and Martinsburg takes that 52-50 lead. Musselman with a basketball out of the timeout. Good, hard, aggressive defense by Martinsburg. It is Holmes. Foul line extended right side. Pulls up off the dribble, and Jordan Holmes knocks it down. Wow, what a second half he's having.
And, Matt, we talked the last couple of games to Coach Basile. When Brendan Dolman went out, who was going to really step up into that true leadership role scoring? And right now, I think it's Jordan Holmes.
Dogs go low post right side to Dorn Smith, and he skies in the air and banks it in. Martinsburg back in front 54-52.
And this is everything we expected from this game. You and I were talking in the studio yesterday, and you asked me what I thought of this one, and I said, I think this has the ability to be a very, very good basketball game, and I think it's going to come down to a few possessions one way or another.
Holmes beyond the arc on that right side, passing it off and stolen by Dorn Smith. Smith to the rim and puts it up and gets it to go. Good defense by Hardy, who did not commit a foul but made that a difficult shot.
Dorn Smith able to get a little bit of separation right there, a hard Euro step in the lane.
Holmes trying to drive from right to left. Ball knocked away. The steal for Sager. The outlet down the floor to Dorn Smith. He went for the two-hand slam but didn't get it. He just couldn't get up enough.
Now, ball got poked out on the way up.
Musselman coming the other way, and the pass down low, stolen. Dorn Smith quickly passing ahead to Anthony Smith. Smith taking it all the way, and his shot rolls around the rim and out, but he'll get 2 free throws, as we'll have a blocking foul on Caleb Hardy.
And right now, Musselman was just trying to move things too quickly. A single possession, or a 4-point game, so trying to get it back to within a single possession. Just they had a lot of time. They didn't need to force it as much as they were. We'll see if that comes back to bite them. Right now down by 4. Could be a 6-point game if Anthony Smith can make both.
Foul shot on the way. It is good. Anthony Smith, a 71% free throw shooter, 15 of 21 coming in. That's his first foul shot of the night. It is good. He's got 13. Second one on the way. It's good. He's got 14. And the lead now at 58-52. And head coach Dave Rogers calling for a full timeout. We'll take it as well. Back in 60 seconds with Martinsburg now in front by 6.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office. Stage, nursery. Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal. And it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandSmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
That basketball is a game of runs, right? A 15-0 run in that opening quarter for Martinsburg. Musselman fights their way to be down by only 5 at the half. Musselman with an 8-4 run actually pulls within a point early in that third quarter. Eventually they get it tied at 39. Dogs with a 7-0 run to start this fourth quarter, but then a 10-4 run by Musselman had us tied at 50. We were tied at 52, and now 58-52 is the lead for Martinsburg. And as Trenton Wolf, the 5'7 junior guard, made a drive on the left angle, he made body contact with the Bulldog player, hit the deck, and instead of a charge, or excuse me, a block, it is a charge, and Wolf will have his second foul. Turnover as well. And with 43 ticks remaining, 58-52, Martinsburg with a 6-point lead. See what Musselman does. The inbounds to Anthony Smith, double team to the backcourt, got it off to Dorn Smith. Smith into the front court to Ngasa. Ngasa giving to Anthony Smith. Split through a double team. Looked like there could have been a foul. There was some contact. Ball popped free, and Musselman gets it. Wolf into the front court, sending to Holmes. Left side 3-ball on the way. He got it. Boy, is he feeling it tonight.
If there was one man you couldn't leave wide open, and I get it's a transition offensive opportunity for Musselman, so Martinsburg trying to get back defensively, but there's one guy you could not leave open for a big three opportunity. It was Jordan Holmes, and he does what he has done all night long and knock it down.
All right, now we understand the final timeout being used by Derek Basile, the 19th year head coach for Musselman, as he had one in the first half, and he has used the other 4 all, Matt, in this fourth quarter. It's been that type of quarter, right? Man, it has been a good one. 58-55, Martinsburg in front by 3.
And this is what this matchup should be. Year in and year out, Musselman snapped a 5-year streak of going to the state tournament last year as Hedgesville. That was set to go down there before, the whole COVID thing happened.
Yeah.
Don't know if you heard about the pandemic or not. But it was 5 years before that it was these two teams that represented the Eastern Panhandle down in Charleston at the Civic Center for the state tournament. So this is no surprise. These are two of the powerhouses across the state year in and year out. And this year, no different. A tight ball game here and a home run pass.
Yeah, Trey Sager breaking out of the pack. The long throw down the floor for Garrett Stobbs, but he overthrew him, and as Sager tries to save it, it goes off the back of the backboard, and that is a turnover, and it will be Musselman ball, but at least length of the floor to go.
And Dave Rogers not overly happy with that as he made sure to make eye contact with Garrett Stobbs going, hey, all we need is a foul right there to go to the line. You don't need the long touchdown pass.
Hey, 20 seconds left. Here we go. Let's see how this one plays out. Wolf into the front court. Ingasa guarding him very tightly, and the pass to Horner stolen by Dorn Smith, and he goes in for the layup. Down to 8, down to 7, down to 6, 60-55 Martinsburg, and in the backcourt, Cyril Ingasa, he gets called with a foul and then gets teed up as well. Wow. That is a personal. The technical counts as well. And we are going to have some free throws. In fact, 4 of them.
And then a possession.
With 4.7 seconds left.
And Dave Rogers is beside himself. He's yelling at Cyril Ingasa. It's a 2-possession game. You don't need to be anywhere near him on the floor.
Cyril Ingasa did not think that he had found him in the backcourt, which is why he had that show of emotion at the end of that. And so it was Wolf, it looks like, who will go to the line to shoot the first of 2. And we'll see if he stays there to shoot the technicals or if it will be Holmes or someone else. Wolf, an 80% foul shooter on the season, 8 of 10, has not shot a free throw tonight. Foul shot up off the back rim, no good. 60-55, the Martinsburg lead. Holding at 5 points with 4.7 on the clock. Wolf will get another. These are tough when you're at the line all by yourself.
Yeah. And in a situation like this, trying to keep your hopes alive in this game.
Free throw up, got it. All right, he gets 1 of 2. That'll make it a 60-56 score. Now Horner will get a couple. Horner has been shooting them well. He's made 4 straight from the line and 5 of 6 here in this fourth quarter. Free throw up, he left it short. Oh, you could see it as it came out of his hand.
Barely even skimmed the front of the rim. You could tell did not get a whole lot on that.
But Matt, here's the key. If he can hit this one, it's still a 1-possession, 3-point game, and Musselman will get the inbounds with 4.7 left.
Don't worry, I'm sure he's not thinking about that at all right now.
He's thinking, putting my knees into it, bend to shoot. He got it. It is 60-57.
And this is a time where if you're Derek Brasil, you're wishing you had one of those timeouts left to draw up a play. Right now, he's got to quickly try to draw something up just in transition here on the sideline. And obviously right now, you got to be looking for Jordan Holmes.
Oh, yes. He's hit 2 threes in this fourth quarter. And he's got 22 points. The inbounds pass going to Wolf. Deep 3, left side, off the rim, off the backboard. Dorn Smith, the rebound. Ball game over. And Martinsburg will escape with a 3-point victory, 60-57.
What a game. What a game between two cross-county rivals. If you're Trenton Wolf, you had a good look. Probably took a shot a little bit earlier than you needed to. But a heck of a look, just missed that one short off the side of the iron. But what a game. Unfortunately, this is one of those games that somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. But both teams going to take away a lot of positives from this ball game.
Yeah, both will be better as this season continues to play out for what they will learn from this one. A 2-minute timeout, and then we are back to get into our post-game show. It's brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. They have great daily specials. Find out more on their Facebook page. A 2-minute timeout, and then we return to Klein Court, where Martinsburg gets the win over Musselman, 60-57.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood, or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078. Carpet World is more than just carpet. Carpet World specializes in a complete selection of hardwood floors by respected names like Armstrong, Bruce, Shaw, and Mohawk, and tile by Dowell Tile, American Oleum, and Mannington for all rooms in your home. And Carpet World can update your bathroom shower with very attractive ceramic tile walls and floor. Financing with up to 12 months deferred interest is available, along with experienced quality installation at Carpet World, 2330 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. CarpetWorldofMartinsburg.com.
Welcome back into Klein Court. It's West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, presented by Cider Press Restaurant and Smallwood Small Insurance. This is the Palace Lounge postgame show. Matt Miller, Matt Crawford with you. Donald Kinney running our TV 10 camera. Colin McLaughlin back at the studio. Matt, a good one. Let's just recap the scoring. As Martinsburg led 17-10 after one, but that was thanks to a 15-0 run in which they opened up a 17-7 10-point lead, but a 3 at the end of the first period by Isaiah Horner cut it to 17-10. Martinsburg in that second quarter just couldn't pull away, and Musselman just couldn't gain a lot of ground. They gained 2 points as they outscored the Dogs 10-8. It's a 5-point Martinsburg lead at the half, 25-20, and then it got fun in the second half.
Yeah, third quarter belonged to the Athlon. They outscore Martinsburg 19-14. We had a tie game through 3 quarters of this game, and Martinsburg doing what they needed to do late in the game. A couple of costly turnovers for Musselman, and unfortunately just couldn't get a couple of big free throws at the end either. Martinsburg outscores Musselman 21-18 in the final quarter, and the Dogs get their third win on the season officially, fourth win technically, and they get the win 60-57.
Yeah, that's technically, again, 4 wins in a row now for Martinsburg and for Musselman. They had won 4 of 5 coming in. Still looking good right now, though. Winners of 4 of their last 6. And you look at those couple of losses, and you're talking a 7-point decision against a good Jefferson team. You're talking about a 3-point decision here tonight. This postseason, in only a few more weeks, is going to be fun.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, and this is now going to be a regional final type of matchup that could happen rather than having to see each other in these sectional finals. So I think we're going to see at least one more because these two teams play against the Fieldhouse later in the season. But I also think this is definitely an opportunity that we're going to see these two teams go and make deep runs in the postseason.
All right, we'll come back and give you some numbers as we continue on our Palace Lounge postgame show. Your final from here at Klein Court. It's Martinsburg over Musselman, 60-57.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together. The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg offers hand-cut, locally sourced steaks, fresh seafood, and sandwiches with great daily specials like 75-cent wings all day Monday, prime rib on Tuesday, New York strip on Wednesday, and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Ask for the lunch punch card and have lunch on the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard. And don't forget the Big Apple Lounge on Sater Drive in Inwood.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Back again here at Klein Court. Time for us to take a look at the numbers from this one with some of our individual totals. Here's Matt.
Let's start with the Musselman Appleman. The leading scorer for them with 22 points was Jordan Holmes. That included a just 1 of 4 effort from the free throw line. So there's a bad part of his game tonight. That was it. 12 points for Caleb Hardy. He went 1 of 1, or make that 1 of 2 from the charity stripe in the game. 11 for Isaiah Horner, who had a 6 of 8 shooting night from the free throw line. 6 points for TJ Stuckey. He did not score in the second half of this one, Matt. 3 points for Trenton Wolf. He went 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and similar stats for Gordon Schaefer. He had 3 points on the contest, also going 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Over to the Martinsburg Bulldogs, leading all scorers with 24 points. Doran Smith, he went 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. Other double-figure scores, 14 for Anthony Smith, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 12 points for Trey Sager, 9 for Garrett Stobbs, and 1 for Kamarian Dow, and a 1 of 2 shooting effort from the foul line.
All right, team numbers. Martinsburg hit just 3 from beyond the arc, those 2 from Sager and the 1 from Stobbs, and they did not get but 1-3 in that fourth quarter. Martinsburg did do a nice job at the line, 7 of 8, including 6 for 6 in that fourth quarter, so that's 88% free throw shooting. Martinsburg committing 18 fouls in this one. Let's look at Musselman team-wise. They knocked down 5 3-pointers, 3 from Holmes, the 1 from Hardy, and there was 1 in there as well from Isaiah Horner. But this is a stat that hurts. A team that came in shooting 69% from the charity stripe, just 12 of 20, or 60% from the line in this one.
Yeah, and they made a couple of free throws when they needed to, but down the stretch, a couple of big ones missed.
I'm looking at 8 makes and 4 misses in that fourth quarter from the charity stripe.
2 of those coming in the technical double bonus foul at the end. That could have made it just a 2 needed to tie rather than having to take a long 3 for Trenton Wolf.
Musselman with 9 fouls. I've got the Appleman +2 in rebounding at 26-24, and I've got Martinsburg +1 in turnovers with 12 for Musselman, and Martinsburg finishes with 11. The Bulldogs with the victory are now 4-1. Let's just count it, and the Applemen fall to 4-3 with this loss. All right. One final timeout to take, and then we come back to wrap things up on our Palace Lounge post-game show. Find out more about their great menu selections on their Facebook page. When we return, we'll tell you about what is coming up next for us, including a girls basketball broadcast tomorrow. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Tripp's Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit TrippsFloorSanding.com. The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at Cider Press Deli and Grill.com.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
All right, it is the final segment of our Palace Lounge postgame show as we look at what is coming next for us. And we've got to break it down a little bit between radio and television. Coming up tomorrow, it's the NCAA Division II National Championship game. That will be on radio beginning at 11:45 a.m. When that game ends, it will roll right into round of the Sweet 16 coverage from the men's NCAA tournament. That officially begins around 2, but could be somewhere between 2 and 3 by the time that D2 basketball championship ends. Now again, that's on the radio side. TV-wise, and WRNR TV on YouTube, we'll have the pregame right around 2:30 with the tip right around 2:33, and that'll be Martinsburg, and they will be hosting Jefferson in that one tomorrow. And Matt, you'll be on that call along with Colin McLaughlin.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Martinsburg wanting a little revenge. Jefferson got them earlier in the season. It's been a long time since the Lady Cougars had knocked off the Lady Bulldogs. So looking forward to seeing a revenge game for Martinsburg and see what Jefferson's all about. Haven't seen their girls team yet this year, so looking forward to that.
That will be a lot of fun tomorrow. And then on Sunday, we've got the Rangers and the Caps with the pregame at about 11:45. They'll drop the puck at noon, and then that will roll right into day 2 of the NCAA tournament round of the Sweet 16. So plenty coming your way this weekend on Talk Radio, WRNR, as well as some local sports on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. It's been fun. This was a very good game, a lot of fun here this evening. Great atmosphere.
Yeah, again, this is one of those games that unfortunately somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. Both these teams are going to get right back at it coming up early next week. It'll be at Broad Fording for Musselman on Monday, and Martinsburg taking the trip down to Shenandoah Junction to face the Jefferson Cougars as we get to finally see Jefferson for the first time this year. Haven't seen them yet, and that game will be on Tuesday. We'll have that right here. So these two teams, a couple of days off, and then get right back at it next week.
That's it. It wraps it up on our Palace Lounge postgame show. Special thanks to each of our sponsors supporting our coverage of high school boys and girls basketball this season. We thank you for joining us at each of our broadcast entities. Thanks to both head coaches, Derek Basile and Dave Rogers, providing information and interviews for our broadcast. Thanks to Athletic Director Steve Campbell, all the staff and the folks here at Klein Court for their help, support, and hospitality with our broadcast here today. Our studio engineer is Colin McLaughlin. Donald Kinney running our TV10 camera for Matt Crawford. I'm Matt Miller, reminding you again the final in this one. It is Martinsburg over Musselman, 60-57. Until next time, so long, everyone.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Smallwood and Small Insurance, Thomas Miller Agent, Administrative Drive, Martinsburg. Cider Press Restaurant, Exit 5, Inwood. Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring in Inwood. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, Tavern Road, Martinsburg. The Mortgage Center in the Aiken Center, Martinsburg. Dynamark Atlantic Security, your local alarm professional. Holly's VIP Northside, Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. Art McBee Insurance, Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. D&N Auto Specialists off Tavern Road, Martinsburg. And Heffley Motors, HeffleyMotorCompany.com.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.